On. All right, friends, welcome back to Rimworld Beta 18. We've got something a little bit special, I think, today. Nobody's watching. I tried YouTube today because nobody's been watching on Twitch, so I thought, what the hell, we'll try YouTube. We'll give it a try. We'll see if anybody watches on that. I thought maybe my Rimworld subscribers would be more likely to see it if I'm on Rimworld, and in fact, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and... Now we'll just go with this. I was going to tweet it out, but you know what? If you're subscribed on YouTube, you're already going to get a message. So what we've done is we have created essentially a basic fire base for the Imperial Guard. We've dropped them smack dab in the middle of this this swampy area. And if we take a look at the world here, we can see that we have Tau, we have Orcs, we have Eldar, we have Dark Eldar, we've got the Leviathan, Swarm, Tyranids, we've got Chaos, we've got regular people, regular pirates, tribals, we've got it all. So I have put us down right here in this, right on the edge of this swamp here. We've got this tropical swamp, tropical rainforest area, right on this road, up the road from the Orcs. Oh no, I was thinking it was Orcs, but it is clearly Chaos, Chaos Infantry, and Tau there, and we have some Eldar up there. So we've got three kind of basic groups that we should see a fair amount of, I'm hoping. Now, I wanted to be near Tau, and I wanted to be near Eldar, and I was thinking that was actually Orcs. I wasn't paying close enough attention, clearly, because this is the Orcs. But I didn't want to kill us right away. So this is more or less kind of a trial. Somewhere in here would be good. I wanted some hills and some stuff so we could do some mining. I may as well go ahead and go in here to options. We can turn off the development mode now. And I've built this fire base. So essentially the Adeptus Mechanicus, whatever they're called, they've come down from orbit. They've created the basic outline of this fire base and left us to it. You figure out how to survive. We do have power. I gave us a geothermal. We haven't learned any extra technologies. So if stuff breaks or we need to build something else, we may be kind of, up a creek without a paddle. We have some mining and stuff, some land clearing to do here in the middle of the base still. They just kind of put down the basic outline and called it a day. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to orders. We will unforbid everything. We do have some weapons and stuff in there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a very initially stockpile here, but it's going to be a very low priority. So we're just going to say allow all, not rotten, low priority. We're using the let's see, where is it? Is it here? We're using the storage mod. I think it's one of Fluffy's that gives you all this sort of stuff. And we're just going to hit go, and we're going to see what happens when we carry everything in. Now, I do have some weapons and stuff over here, and we'll get the... Oh, hold on. We don't need any of that to be roofed. Let's go zone, remove roof area. This clearly doesn't need to be roofed. And the inside I don't think needs to be roofed quite yet either. It's just kind of to make those different. Oh no, here we'll go all the way out to the edge of the moat there. Something like that, and then we'll go. That can have a roof over it, but we don't want to go too far. So let's see, what can we do? Like 6. Wait, was that? That was 6. Okay, so let's go down here. So we'll give ourselves a little bit of cover. I think we could actually, yeah, I think you can go, I think 6 is what you can do. So we could probably go one more because we're counting the wall there. So we could probably go 7, but that's okay. That's okay. That way they have a little bit of roof to hide under. But anywhere you see the planned lines is where I plan on building rooms. That's the plan. So those are going to be walls. So we'll have essentially an interior little deal here. And I may actually unroof all of that too once we start getting stuff done, because then I can put the air conditioners sticking out into here, into this hallway, and there'll be air will be able to go up. So we have got a moat. around with a couple little entrances, 6 entrances all told, and we've got these fire-based little sections here where we can shoot out into them. That's the idea. So we'll finish getting everything hauled in. All right, so now let's meet our characters and get them armed up. So this is Taiga, and Taiga is, she's Inquisition, Imperial Inquisition. This is kind of what it gives her there. So she was a bodyguard trainee that went into intelligence agent, which is essentially what the Inquisition is. It's just intelligence for the God King, right? For the religion. So the cult of the Emperor. So that is her. She's good at shooting. Doesn't necessarily love it, but is good at it. Melee, social, she's good at, because, you know, she's got to be able to interrogate and read people. She loves working with animals, but doesn't really get a whole lot of chance in her life to do it. It's more of a hobby at this point. She's okay at medicine. She had to learn some basic stuff of that. You know, a little bit of a green thumb. She can grow. You know, she kind of likes the outdoorsy. You know, she's never really had that opportunity, but that would be the dream, you know, if retirement was an option for intelligence operatives. And she doesn't. She's more the field op. She's not the one that sits at home. You know, she can do it. She doesn't mind sitting down with some books and some records and working her way through it, but it's not going to happen very often. She's pretty. She's Inquisition, and because she's Inquisition, she's also a psychopath. So we are going to make sure to get her a chain sword as a sidearm, and we'll do a las pistol, I think, as her primary little pew-pew weapon. So that is Taiga. Roman here was boy soldier, drafted into the Imperial Guard, or at least the training regiments on his home planet to go into the Guard when they had to mobilize their next unit, and now he is an army sergeant. He does like shooting and is good at it, and his melee's okay too. Animals, cooking, okay, a little bit of joy, intellectual a little bit. He can craft a tiny bit, but realistically, his whole life's been the military. He doesn't have a whole lot of this. Sees Astra Militarum, a little bit of a chemical interest. You know, he's seen a few things at this point, you know, and he'd like to forget once in a while. And so a little bit of chemical interest there for Roman. And so we are going to get him a power fist as a sidearm and a las gun as his primary little blaster there. That brings us to Tiberius. Tiberius is our commissar. Oh no, sorry. One of our mechanicus. The hat threw me, but there's Slixon's the commissar. One of our 2 mechanicum people that have been dropped down. So industrious, obviously, because he's mechanicus. Academy student, essentially student for the mechanicum, and NT engineer, which I think fits as perfectly. He doesn't clean. He just doesn't really have kind of the nature to really to see that stuff should be done, because he's too tied into the mechanical stuff. That's the plan. And he's got a pretty decent set of stats, but construction, mining, and crafting are what he enjoys. And I think that makes perfect sense. Now, if we take a look at him from a health-wise, we see he's got both bionic eyes and a power claw. So our mechanicum, we're going to try to make more and more and more bionic, but I started them with a little bit of basic stuff in the first place. We are going to give him one of the radium carbines, which is a mechanicum weapon if you play at all for Warhammer. So let's go on to Scarlet. Scarlet is an assassin, and she's got a pain stopper. She can't let pain get in the way of stopping the mission. So you can see here Imperial Assassinorum, Brawler, Night Owl, because she's an assassin, right? You can see Hiveworld child, that's where she grew up, and she got, you know, recruited essentially to be an assassin for the Imperium. Doesn't do plant work. She grew up on Hiveworld. She doesn't know crap about plants. Stuff that grows, who knows, right? She never saw any of that stuff as a kid. Again, she can shoot because she has to, but her joy is in melee. And again, social. You know, she grew up in a hive world surrounded by lots of people. There is some of that. The assassin is kind of some lonely work sometimes, so she doesn't get a lot of chance necessarily to talk and just be herself around people, and she enjoys it, but the skill's not spectacular. The rest of these skills are what they are. So that is our assassin, and we are going to give her... We'll give her one of these. We'll give her... Hold on, let me make sure that we're not giving away the same... There we go. We will give her one of the chain swords, because chain swords are awesome. And... I think a las... Oh, she's Brawler. So we'll just give her the chain sword. Alright. So then we go to Green Light. Green Light, I've gone with Grunlight, which Grun is German for green because we were one letter too short to get Green Light typed in there. And Grun is conveniently enough one letter shorter than green. So you're green light, but it's spelled Grunlight. So you came from a German, background planet, in the Imperium of Man. Maybe that's what it is. But we've got your name there, Dark Luminant, as well. So we got everything covered. You are also Adeptus Mechanicus, super immune because you're as much machine as you are human at this point, and we can see bionic eye, bionic arm, bionic leg. Everything on the bottom half you like. Construction, growing, mining, artistic, crafting, intellectual. If it requires making something other than food, you are all about it. And oddly enough, you're good at social too. You're just a social person. So not too shabby, just inborn talent for that. And we're just going to give you we'll give you a knife for your sidearm, and we give you the other radium carbine there for your weapon because that is another Mechanicum style weapon. Now we've got Slixen. Slixen is our military commissar, Astra Militarum, iron-willed, right? He can shoot, he can melee. Again, he likes melee. Social, part of his deal, right? He's got to motivate people, and he likes to tinker a little bit in his off time, hobby-wise. And he also does enjoy reading through the records and the tomes, the histories of the various units. The glory of the Imperium. Officer Cadet into Commissar. I think that makes perfect sense. He also gets a chainsword and a pistol if we have one left. Let's go shift there. All right, so that is Slixen. So now we are on to Rhino. Rhino is our other just straight trooper. See, he's an apocalypse survivor. He put up with some bad crap as a kid. Went on to become a shock trooper. All this stuff, now he's just about fearless. In fact, he's an optimist. Despite all of that, he thinks things are going to turn out because in the past, they always have. Nothing's killed him yet. Must be unkillable, right? Jogger, good at shooting, good at melee. He doesn't love either of them, but is decent at them. Also, he's a social person. He's an optimist, right? He does really like animals. A little bit of training in medic. Not a lot, but, squads need that. And he'll cook. So he likes it. He's not good at it, but he does like it. So we'll see how that goes. And so we get him the other... did I give us 3 of those? No, there we go. Roman picked that one up. So we're going to equip this one as your sidearm, and we're going to get you one of these las guns as well. So we'll roll through there. And then we've got Tan Nose here. Lord Tan Nose McNamara. He is our medic for this. Everybody's got to have a medic. So Imperial medic. He's a bit trigger happy, right? When he shoots, he just... right? Because he doesn't know better. He's a medic. Right? Psychically sensitive, he's a little bit of he's a gentle soul, right? Which is why he became a medic. So he was an angry student though, right? Had trouble with that, had trouble with school, so he ended up, they kind of shipped him off. You're going guard, kid, we're tired of putting up with you. And maybe that's why I was angry. Maybe he knew he was going guard and he knew that didn't fit him. And then he goes on to combat medic. So he actually is okay at shooting. Or he doesn't mind doing it. He's just not good at it, right? Hence the trigger happy bit. But he enjoys setting some, cans up and blasting away, right? Because who doesn't? Despite being a medic, he's not very good at it. But he does love it. So hopefully he's going to overcome that background in life, and he's going to become a very, very good doctor for us in the long term. But you know what? This is it. This is the Imperial Guard. Just because you're not good at something doesn't mean you're not. Our lives aren't going to depend on you, unfortunately. And he likes a little craft, a little intellectual as well. So that is Lord Tan Nose McNamara. And we're going to give him one of these knives as a sidearm, and we will give him the other las pistol as a deal there. We've got a little bit of food. We are going to have to figure out how we're going to do more. We're going to do a growing zone right here, I think, initially. And I think probably right away it's going to be mostly just rice. And then we will roll into... I don't know that we can do it yet. We'll find out. We'll see if we can do some medicine. Let's go heal root. Nope, not yet, but we will get there. So let's come back over here and we'll make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, it'll add it to that instead of add it to that. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. We do have a pet. We got Warhol here. He's our iguana. I'm going to make sure that we have an animal area here for him. Animal area 1. For now, I think we just go kind of like this. He can go outside if he needs to or wants to, but there are animals out there that want to eat him, so We will have to be a little bit careful about that. But he'll eat live plants, and at the moment, we have to go out a little bit. Well, he doesn't need to go in the water there, does he? Let's go clear animal area 1. Clearly, we don't need to go in the water there. So at some point, we need to make sure he eats, essentially, is what I'm saying. So I guess we can just go all the way across, right? Make it nice clean lines. This one comes out a little bit farther to give us a walkway around that, because that just happened to be where that was. So it messes up with our perfect balance there a little bit. Oh, and he can eat in here as well, too. So we've also got a little bit of mining in here we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just mine all this stuff out. There we go. And we're going to need to do some tree chopping. I can't talk, but we're going to go to chop wood. And we're just going to queue all this crap up right now, because why not? We're crazy like that. And we'll just queue it all up in these areas. Clean out these kind of killing zone areas right here for us a little bit. And then we can start building some walls and stuff. For now, we'll kind of leave this little marshy area in there. Like I say, it gives Warhol someplace to eat if he needs to. And once we get some stuff planted, we can do that. And we can also come out here and hunt some of the wildlife. If we do have some dangerous snakes and such, we can go after those. I'm not quite sure what we're going to get in this one. What's our growing areas? Spring 4, yeah. Does it tell us how long our growing period is? 40 days. So 1st of April, May to 11th of September. Okay, so fairly warm, but not year round. All right. Well, I guess we just kind of begin. We got some other stuff we could do. We could build some zones for like rubble or something to kind of make things more difficult for people to move around in these areas. But I think for now we just kind of leave it as it is. Obviously, this area needs to be cleaned out at some point. We don't need people to have cover in there. So we may as well go ahead and make sure that that is mined out right now. We don't want to have that stuff in the way. And same thing here. We can go ahead and deconstruct some of this stuff, right? So they don't have cover. We just got to make sure that we've got, people can't hide, right? And these are going to be our bedrooms, I think, initially. That was my goal. So let's go ahead and we'll come down here on structure. We're going to go to wood walls. And I'm going to just kind of... We'll just kind of start building some walls, right, as we get wood in there. So, and I think... Whoops, cancel that. Cancel that. Having trouble here. Having trouble. That's okay. Yeah, I know it exists there. That's why I was trying to cancel it. That's why I clicked cancel. See, that's how that worked. And then some doors. So I think this is going to be our kitchen / freezer up here. So mostly kitchen dining room with a small freezer here on the end. This will be storage here in the middle. This will be crafting. More bedrooms, maybe medical, potentially a prisoner room. We'll just kind of see. We don't have a lot of room in the fire base, so we do have to be a little bit efficient in how we deal with it. And also, that's going to cap the number of people we can have, right? I've got 12 bedrooms, but we do need hospitals. We do need potentially a prisoner room. So maybe 10 people, a prisoner room, and a hospital. So the other option is we hang our coolers out here and we leave this bit roofed, and we put our air conditioners and heaters and stuff in the hallways, or at least the air conditioners. This air conditioner, obviously for the cooler, has to have an extra exterior entrances, which is why I put it here, so we make sure that that heat goes out there. That was kind of the thought. But we may as well continue on here, and we'll, well, let's see, if we do this all the way like that, and then we do door, 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 door. That'll be into the crafting area. And same kind of here into our kitchen area. Like that. And we'll slowly get the base built. As you know, as time goes on, if we get to a point where we're dealing with more, where we get more stone and stuff, we can start to worry about that sort of thing. Now, the reason we started with the fire base was just to kind of get us into this right away, quicker and faster, you know, and I think it fits the theme as well. So now, I am going to record about 2 hours of this today, maybe 2.5 hours, depending on how I'm feeling. That's the plan anyway. We had a few minutes of just starting there because noon rolled around and I just wasn't quite ready yet. So we did have a little bit of that. But, you know, that's just how things go sometimes. Let's go and build some bedrooms. But my point is, I'm not going to do kind of, what we got? Imperial wall lights. Floor lights. I like that. Steel, steel. They're just what color they are. I think we're going to put these in here, right? I mean, because why not? Do they only go one direction? Can we? Oh, we can rotate them. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I think that'll work fine. I think they're actually filling this space right there where the wire goes to, but then they show up on the wall. Anyway, my point is I'm not going to do kind of a full intro and exit for every episode, so if you see this and I don't start out with, you know, whatever, it's because it's live footage, right? We're just going to record it as we record it. I thought we had Imperial beds, too, somewhere. Structure. Maybe that's something we have to research? Well, for now, I guess, we're just going to build regular beds. Now, this is obviously not enough beds for everybody, so we're going to have to get at least one more bedroom made. All right, but we can at least get started. Right, that's the first 6. And then maybe we start on this one over here. Door. Ooh, maybe we make this one gold and this one will be Slixen, the Commissars, right? Yeah, like that. And then we get him a bed. There we go. So that'll be our 7 bedrooms initially. You know, it's a start. We're getting there. That light's already gone in. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. You know, maybe at some point we get a green light for green light, like we did in our last little attempt. I like that. That looks good. Now, these they're not going to like these concrete floors, but, you know, it's a military base, right? We can get to that point where we start working on joy and happy stuff later. We don't... How much... Let's see, how much wood do we have? Not a whole lot more wood, so we are going to need to chop some more. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe just queue up... Look at that, everybody's gone to bed. Oh, look at that, Lord Tannose took the gold light. We'll flip that around here in a minute. Still got a couple more trees there I want to get chopped. You know, we probably should just kind of chop everything around kind of these areas too, so people don't run up on our... I think that's everything there. And then we can go ahead and just kind of start queuing these up, structure-wise. Now, some of this may give us some problems for the time being because we do not have terrain rehabilitation as a skill. Even if, even if the mechanic or the mechanicum crew that came down and put our thing down did, they didn't necessarily clean up this problem for us here. So we are going to have to figure out how to fix that at some point. But in the meantime, we're just going to kind of do this. And I'm just going to kind of put some doors in here. And we'll just have to live with it for now. That's stuff happens, right? And I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. And then we'll kind of do something like that. And we'll put a door there. And do we need a door here for now? No, because this can all still get covered up. So this will be the outdoor area there. And we'll make sure we've got one door coming in from there. And we'll go ahead and put another one there. So that's covered. Same type of thing. We'll go ahead and put a door here opposite that one. And that. Oops. Walls. There. Let's cancel that one. And then I think the cooler will be there. So we'll want I think just a door there. And then temperature wise we're going to need probably 2 coolers there. And then see, we need to go, let's see, we're missing a door here. Structure. And once it's all built, we could probably get rid of these internal doors and just have those be walking areas. But for now, as we get kind of the thing built in pieces, apparently we don't get any more viewers on YouTube than we do on Twitch. But it could be the day. If you are interested in watching these, let me know kind of, what times people are available. My times are going to be very, very limited here soon because hopefully I finally do have a real, actual full-time job that'll be 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. And Mondays and Thursdays I'll kind of start there, and then I have to teach at night. So those will be kind of 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. days. So I won't have any time to do anything on those days. I'm kind of thinking what I'd like to do is set this up so maybe 3 or 4 days a week I just live stream footage, and then that footage goes up to be our weekly thing. So you could be part of the live stream, and I'm thinking we probably just do that on YouTube right now. And then those episodes will just roll into whatever that playlist will be. So if you have the time, you could be part of the actual stream. So instead of 5 episodes, maybe we get 4 episodes a week. But you have the opportunity to be part of those episodes. That's my thought. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes. I don't know what I'm doing about Football Manager yet. Oh, I need to put a door in here. We're going to need at least 1 door in here to get into the storage. Maybe 2 doors. Something like that. Because we'll need to get into the storage to build this stuff, right? I mean, that makes sense to me. There we go. And we're also going to need vents into these rooms. If we decide to air condition this space this way, like I say, with air conditioners hanging off the back wall there, then we will need to make sure that we can, we're going to need a bunch of them, but also we need vents to make sure that the air continues to go through places. And I'm going to need to make sure we get power down here.